Today we're looking at another one of those Instagram made me buy it products that I just couldn't resist. It's a heated eyelash curler by Grand Cosmetics. What these guys say is this rechargeable device applies just the right amount of gentle heat to revitalize and lift eyelashes. So unlike traditional curlers that can cause breakage, this curls without crimping or pinching. So what this device comes with, it's quite simply two pieces to it. So one is the actual device itself, and the other is a USB charger, which means it's great, it's portable, and it can go everywhere. Now with the full charge, this device should last for 2 hours, which would give lots and lots of curling time. So this device has two different settings. It has a low heat and it has a medium heat. It's super easy to use. You hold down the button for 3 seconds in order to turn it on. It starts on the low heat, which is sort of like a yellow color, and then if you push it again, it goes to the green, which is a high heat. They say that when you turn it on, it heats up in 30 seconds. Well, you know, Gary and I just tried it out, and that's a big fat lie. It did not take 30 seconds. It took about 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe, Gary? But that's okay. You can just turn it on and leave it here to prepare itself as you do your makeup. And the tip of the device is red when it's cold, and as it starts to heat up, that will turn to white. That's the indicator that it is ready to go. Now, I did watch a couple of videos by Grand Cosmetics themselves because I thought that the instructions were slightly misleading, because it's quite simple. What they say can be used with or without mascara. But they do say that it has a better effect if you use it after you have applied mascara first. Now, my only concern about that is I don't know if it's going to start to make this device a bit mucky, so I'd suggest we probably need to clean it off every use, just so it doesn't start to build up. The directions are quite simple. Now, I did watch a couple of their videos because I wasn't quite sure, but they're saying you take the device, you put it at the base of your lashes, and you kind of wiggle it, and it should take about 10 seconds. So I'm not sure if you leave it here for 10 seconds and wiggle and then push up, or if you're supposed to do the whole act for 10 seconds. We're going to find out. And because they say you can use it without mascara or with, I figured I would do one eye each just to kind of get a feel for how well it works. So I think we're still heating up, by the way. I turned this on about a minute ago, and we're still waiting for that white tip. But I think we'll start off with the left eye with no mascara at all. Okay, sorry guys, I have to pull the mirror up so I can see what I'm actually doing. So we're going to go to the baseline here, and it says to hold it and wiggle it along and through the eyelashes. I think you're just trying to give it that little bit of bend and help it stay there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggling so subtly you can barely tell. It does say to do it for 10 seconds. That is really hard to do. Okay, I probably wasn't even holding it the right way. So I'm just sort of holding it here instead, as if I'm pressing it up into the curl. So again, this is without any mascara, so it probably would benefit from having something to heat up and to grip onto. Oh wow. Okay guys, that's a huge difference. Can you see that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that to me, 100%, it is curled. It is definitely looking longer when you compare these side by side. Okay, I'm pretty darn impressed with that. So next, I'm actually going to apply a mascara. I wonder if you applied it after, if it would make any difference. We're going to stick true to our original experimentation. So what I'm going to do now is apply my mascara. This is my favorite mascara in the whole wide world, which is the Lash Idole from Lancome. Nothing else beats it. Okay, so that's interesting when you compare them side by side. Now, the mascara obviously does a bit more work for me, but starting off with nothing here, still looking pretty good for having no product on at all. So next, we're going to go in with this guy. That is still very impressive for having no product on it. Okay, so next we're going to go in with this guy. We're going to go down and we're going to hold it at the base. Give it a bit of a wiggle. It's weird. It's like my mascara is doing weird shit now. It's making it all kind of clump together, isn't it? You know, I can't really tell if it's doing as big a job with the mascara. In other words, does it need it? To be honest, I don't think I like the effect of the mascara, what it has done since it's heated it up. Because I think I need a little spoolie to kind of separate it because it heats it up, and I feel like it's making the lashes clump together. Okay, so we're going to try a different experiment because I don't like what that does to my mascara. It's making it sticky and the hairs are all sticking together. So for me, that's a no. But what I think I am going to do is apply the mascara after. So we're going to go back to curling this again, because I don't know how long this is going to last if you don't have any mascara on. Like if you curl your lashes, which I definitely think it's curled, but how long am I going to get out of that? Is that going to be 20 minutes? Is it going to be 2 hours? Is it going to be 10 hours? So without doing a full test, I don't know the answer to that. It's definitely better than it looked on its own, but I can't even tell if it's starting to fall now. So I'm going to do this again. We are going to curl them without anything on them. I'm just going to hold it here at the base, push them up to encourage a curl. I hate keeping my face looking like that for long periods of time. It certainly isn't very attractive. It's kind of hard to get the little ones on the outside as well. Those little itty bitty ones that you need to extend. That's incredible. I'm going to say that this eye, I'm digging it. It definitely extends it. It looks really good without the mascara on first. Like, very impressive, very impressive. Okay, so now I'm going to put mascara on the pre-curled side to see if that has any impact. Yeah, looks good. That looks really good. So this one, I put the mascara on first and then I used the heater on top of that. I don't like that personally. It's all the little hairs are sticking together now and it's going to be a nightmare for me to try to separate them, which will require this tool. And did it make it super, super longer and curlier than the mascara on its own did? I don't think so. But on this one, I curled it first and the lashes, without a doubt, were longer. I mean, they looked great on their own. But you throw some mascara on top of that, that is a damn fine looking eyelash. That looks great. Okay, guys, so this is the GrandeLash-Lift, and I have to say, I'm impressed with it. I'm actually really impressed with it. I don't think that I like it the way that they say that it should be intended, and that you put your mascara on first and then you heat it up after, because as I showed, I think it's a little clumpy, and I don't think it actually did a whole lot more than just mascara on its own. However, maybe you don't feel like wearing any mascara or whatever, but you still want some longer lashes. I think this is a great option. I don't know the longevity. It's something I'm going to have to tinker around with to see. But it curled them. It made them look beautiful on their own. And then if you put mascara on top of it, I mean, it looks fantastic. And that's just with one little coat. If I really wanted to build this up to something more dramatic, and I would put on additional coats of mascara. But I think it looks fantastic. So I paid 33 euros, I think, for this, and I will put links to the products down below that I've talked about here. 33 quid, I think it's really interesting, but I use it every day, probably not. If you're somebody who really likes dramatic eyelashes, I think it could be worth a try. It does it. It absolutely does what it says it's going to do. Personally, I don't necessarily wear makeup every day, but mascara is one of those things that I do like to use. It takes a little bit of time to heat up, but it's very easy to use, and it's not too hot. I tested by putting my finger on the tip to see, because the last thing you want to do is actually damage your eyelashes, but it didn't feel too hot to the touch. And I think it's just reinforcing that curl to make them go up, and I know a lot of people who have really, really straight eyelashes, and I think this could be a really good solution to that problem. So that's it for today's video. Have you tried any of these type of products? It's funny because once I ordered it, I started seeing a lot of them out there, and I was tinkering around, so I was just researching, trying to see what the general feedback was on these type of products, and there's actually a lot of them, and I think it's really good. What do you think? Have you tried them? If you have, I would love to hear your thoughts and even recommendations, and if you can put that down in the comments below, I would love to hear from you. So if you like the look of this video, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. You will give the video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are uploaded, which happens every week. So thank you so much for joining today, and I will see you at the next video.